I'm excited to hear Jennifer speak. One, because I've had the privilege of working alongside with her. She is a part of the DC Market Council and helps put on those fabulous Super Saturdays where we host, Tony Horton and Autumn Calabrese and Carl Deichler and Jeff Hill and all those people. She is one of the girls who are helping us put that crazy event together, and she's just such a blessing to our leadership team. So thank you, Jennifer, for taking time away from your team and your family to pour into us. A little credentials on her. She is the 2015 Elite Coach, so she knows what she's talking about. 6-star diamond in her first CBC, 1-star diamond in her second CBC, and 1-star diamond in her husband's account, which we know we like to count that one, right? Because we're doing a lot of work. And then a Success Club 5 All-Star. What does that mean? She's hit Success Club 5 for 12 consecutive months. And that is what is churning and fueling her business. So I'm going to give her the floor. Thank you, Jennifer, so much for a last-minute guest speaker. We had a guest speaker plan, and he had to reschedule. And so Jennifer was willing to jump in last minute, and I really, really appreciate it.
No problem at all. Thank you for that introduction. Total honor to be here and help you out. So I'm going to introduce myself a little bit more without the numbers and all that fancy stuff. I'm Jennifer Wooten. I am a total introvert, and I like to paint a picture of who I was before coaching so that you can understand that absolutely anybody can do this. I'm going to be speaking to you guys about growing a local network, whether it be challengers, coaches, whatever that may mean to you. So I'm going to give you a little background of how to turn your mess into a message and help locally and build a community. I was a total introvert. I was a smoker of 20 plus years. I'm a mom of 4 teenagers, totally busy, all in different sports, and married to my best friend. At 12 years old, I moved to California to meet my mom, and I dropped out of school to work and maintain my own apartment. So I've been on my own since I was 12 years old. At 15, I moved back to Florida, where I'm from, to help raise my nephew and continue to work and live on my own. I became a mom at 18, 20, again at 22, and obtained a high school diploma from a local college. I got a great job at the Kennedy Space Center, where I worked for 12 years. Absolutely the most incredible job I've ever had outside of coaching. I injured my back there on my 12th year, and I was released from the doctors after 5 or 6 different surgeries, every medication known to man, every surgery. God, they tried everything. They washed their hands of me and told me I would never work again. Told me no more manual labor ever again. My husband separated from the military after 14 years with the Air Force, and we moved to Northern Virginia. So life is in disarray, moved to a brand new area. I knew not one single soul here in Northern Virginia. The cost of living increase was absolutely ridiculous. It's like triple compared to Florida. I had absolutely no friends. I worked up to 4 part-time jobs, having to call out of them all the time for my back pain. I was in a serious depression. I gained over 40 pounds, and I was just miserable. I was really in a huge funk when I moved here. So I wasn't very social, and I kind of had that whole resting bitch face thing down to a science. So like I wasn't like the neighborly, friendly one that was waving. I was kind of like in my car into my house, so not speaking to anybody. In 2013, my girlfriend from Florida added me to some skinny jean challenge group that was on Facebook. It was just a bunch of women coming together in this totally free group where everybody was encouraging each other, and you do your own workout. So I was like walking and doing push-ups, and like I lost a whole 5 pounds, and I was so excited, and I met all these incredible women. And then I dropped out of the group after the 30 days, and I went on about my business, and I never bought anything from this lady. I never did anything. Of course I didn't win, because my fabulous 5 pounds like didn't even matter. And I just went on about my life. The lady, the coach, my coach now, messaged me every single month for an entire year. Jen, hey, how you doing? You had all these goals, because she asked me my goals. What are you up to? And I would like literally, I'm good. I can't do anything this month. Can't afford it. I'm good being fat. Like, just leave me alone, basically. I was just like, dude, you're kind of pestering me. This is like getting old on the 12th month. She sent me the video of 21 Day Fix, and I finally said yes in February of 2014. I was tired of telling her no. I was tired of gaining weight. I hated how I felt, and I said yes. And I made her sign me up for the discount coaching because I was cheap and I just wanted to save on my shakes that I was probably going to return anyways. I went all in. I learned this program with everything I had in me. It was more of a passion. I just, anybody that came around me saw how incredible I was feeling. I was a total different person that moved to Northern Virginia. I was actually friendly. I started meeting my neighbors and coming out of my shell a little bit. And I was doing like hobby coaching until October of 2014. They found a tumor in my breast and it had to be removed. So here comes more doctor's bills and all kinds of crazy, ridiculous expenses. And I said, I've got to do this. Like, I have this opportunity. I have no idea what it is, but I'm making all these like paychecks and whatever just for helping people for fun. Like I'm just doing it for fun. So now it's time to go all in because now I have a need and I have a why. So I went all in. I've paid off all those doctor's bills. Fast forward, I started forming my team No Limits. I really didn't have much guidance. My coach was just more in it for the hobby. Her coach, same thing. So I kind of like reached up to my upline and just kind of started doing all of the training and YouTubes that I could possibly find. After summer of 2015, I went from a coach with a team to a leader with a purpose. I found my why. I found my reasoning behind doing everything that I do. And I really started forming and going after elite, which I didn't even know what elite was until October of last year. I just went all in and went hard and went after it. So we ended the year 2015 elite team, top 200, and it seriously just all started from strangers and local people because I had left all of my friends behind. I had 120 friends on Facebook. I had it on like Fort Knox lockdown. Nobody was coming in. If they messaged me or friend requested me, I'd be like, do I even know you? I was that chick. So I just wanted to kind of paint a picture for you. A lot of people use that excuse as I live in a small town or I don't have a big network or whatever. So you really cannot, and my team knows it, you cannot tell me those excuses. So that's who I am. And if you're a note taker, I'm going to give you my 6 biggest ways that I have grown over 50 local coaches. I have an entire team in Canada of about 40 to 50. We're almost 400 and something strong, which is not huge compared to a lot of these other teams. But for me, going from 120 friends on Facebook to lockdown and not even knowing what Instagram was, it's pretty huge and incredible. So you need to, number 1, always have your business cards ready, you guys, always. I am a walking billboard. If I go in somewhere, I no longer have that resting bitch phase. I'm like super friendly, ready to roll. I'm going to help you grab those eggs off the top shelf, even though I'm barely over 5 foot. I'm going to, like extra friendly. And I always have cards ready because you never know who's going to approach you and ask you what you do for a living. And so number 2 comes in handy. 30-second commercial. That's what I like to call it, just because if you're sitting there and you're introducing yourself to like maybe your soccer moms or just people that you meet at random, hairdressers, whatever, they're like, well, what do you do? So how do you answer that? You don't want to be like, well, I'm like this coach and I like help people like do these things and we have all these programs. And have you ever heard of Shanti? And like maybe, and just go blah, blah, blah. And you're like word vomiting all over them and it's ridiculous and embarrassing. So you need to practice your 30-second commercial. I don't care if you grab your freaking kid and like just rehearse it with them until you have it stuck in your head. Who are you? Always be ready to share your passion. Oh, I'm a fitness coach. I help people all over the US, Canada with weight loss, weight gain, toning, nutrition plans, all with at-home fitness programs. Bam. I just covered like all bases, right? So I'm letting them know I'm a fitness coach. And I can help people all over the US and Canada. And I'm letting them know that it's for weight gain, for weight loss, for nutrition plans, maybe just toning and all at home. Like I just sum it all up into one. So that's my 30-second commercial. So whatever yours is, whatever you consider yourself, know it, you guys, because like how often do you get asked, what do you do for a living? Like, what do you do? I'm not going to tell them I also work a full-time corporate job. I'm not even boring them. By the way, I'm a full-time corporate employee. I'm a service contract admin for 40 to 50 hours a week on top of coaching. So you also cannot use that as an excuse. But I don't bore them with my corporate titles and jobs and Excel sheets and stuff that bores me. I'm an at-home fitness coach. I help people all over the world. You just need to know that. So know your 30-second commercial. Wear and share. I am a swag whore, y'all. I love me some free shirts. I have every single program that you can think of. Shirt from Beachbody. I have, oh my God, I've won everything. You could tell me I've got to go sell $5,000 worth of things to get one $10 t-shirt, and I'm on it. So I have it. Wear it. People ask questions all the time. 21-day fix. I've seen that. I've seen that on TV and like this infomercial the other night. Tell me more about it. Right, I'm going to tell you all about it. And let me show you my transformation pictures right here in this album right here on my phone. I am telling you, always be ready when you go out of that door. Wear and share. Always have some, you know, look halfway decent. And be ready to talk to them with your 30-second commercial, your business card, because after they see your result pictures that you have stored right there conveniently in your phone, you're going to want to give them a card. Girl, call me later. Let's talk some more, right? Love it. Wear and share, guys. You get free shirts from the company, so you don't even have to buy them. Number 4, this was huge for me for local groups. Facebook, huge. That's basically where I have ran my entire business and built my entire business off Facebook. So local groups, you go to that top search engine at the very top of Facebook, and you add yourself to every single, I live in Loudoun County. So I'm Loudoun County Yard Sales, Loudoun County Mom Groups, Loudoun County Book Clubs, anything that interests me, running groups. I really want to be a runner, y'all. I am not, but I want to be. So I want to connect with other people who can possibly teach me, right? People that you can interact with, people that you can build a rapport with, and ask all these ridiculous questions about things that maybe you want to do. There's so many different things that you can add yourself to locally. The local news websites and all that stuff. Just add yourself to everything local. Start conversations. This is where being friendly comes into play. And also it comes into play with like having a lot of local customers already. They can refer you out and stuff like that. I get tagged and stuff all the time. So just going in there and just maybe posting questions, you know, hey, I'm new to the area, or maybe you've lived there forever. I don't know. Does anybody have a really great hairdresser or assistant? I'm looking for an assistant, or lawn care service, or whatever. Every single person that likes or comments on your junk, friend request them. But don't let it go in vain, guys. If you're in these groups, you're making friends, you're adding people to your network, you darn sure, sorry, I hope there's no children on here. You darn sure better be ready to be a product of the product on your personal page. Because if you are not a product of the product, you're never going to succeed in this company anyway. You're never going to succeed in your business. You're adding all of these people to your network. The first thing they do is go and stalk your page to make sure it's exciting. I like to call that the gut check. Go look at your timeline. Does it make you happy? Does it make your heart happy? Do you see people tagging you in results? Do you see people tagging you for Transformation Tuesdays? Do you see your groups being posted? Can you tell that you help people? That's what your timeline should reflect, because you're adding all of these people to your network. I have never, up until 2 weeks ago when I was introduced to Team Z, inboxed a person that had not inboxed me or commented on my stuff first. I had never. It terrified me to send a message to somebody and be like, hey girl, how you doing? You know, just strike up some random conversation with somebody. It freaked me out, but I did it 2 weeks ago. But I have built this entire business off of people just going to my call to actions on my page and just bam, there we go. Girl, I want in your group. I want this, I want that, you know, and just building the rapport. So I'm just now doing that. So as long as you have that action going on your page, I talk a little junk on my page. I kind of am that person that is not afraid to call people out and tell people you have a lot of excuses that you need to get over, and I'm here to help you. So I'm a little hardcore with it, but people dig that, I guess, because I've never had to inbox people. So as long as you have action going on your page, all of these people you're adding from these local groups, They're going to connect with you. They're going to see, girl, what is that you got going on? I just saw your transfer. I love adding people to my network on a Tuesday, right before I put my Transformation Tuesday posts up. Because then they see, that's the first thing they see when they come to my page. And I don't have to message them and be like, oh, I'm a Beachbody coach. Beachbody is not even in my vocabulary. They see on my page what I do, who I help, and my results every single day. It's enough of that. I kind of went off on a tangent, whatever. So start conversations. Maybe they're posting things in mom groups that you have some knowledge on. Maybe they have some screwed up kid that you can help out. Maybe they have some issue, teething thing going on that you're a pro at. Be friendly, right? That's where that whole I had to had to let go of that whole resting bitch face, because I had to be friendly. I'm like, okay, I've got to stop being unapproachable is what I was considered. My husband even told me I was unapproachable. So just be that friendly helper, go out there and interact with people, and anybody that you interact with, friend request them, write them down, track them. When you sell stuff, you have to friend request people. If you have crap in your garage that you need to get rid of, put it on those yard sale sites. Start, having people buy from there. I've got so many people that have joined me with my, programs and stuff from things that I have sold off the yard sale sites. Just people I've added because I had to be friends with them to message them, right? Add them. Join activities. This is funny. So I actually, when I first got over myself and started doing the program, I was like, I need to meet people. A girlfriend of mine was like, you need to go on this meetup.com and go and just add yourself to a bunch of groups and start hanging out with people. Like that's how grown folks make friends. That's what she told me, right? And so I was like, I don't want to join somebody else's club. I'm going to make my own club. So I made my own club. And at first I was like, I started setting it up, and just a tip, meetup.com, if you want to like create your own, maybe walking club or whatever, fill everything out and then just X out of everything, and they'll send you an email for half off their prices the next day. So just a little tip. But so I did that, and I did a little hiking club. We went on a few hikes, but then it got cold. And like I said, I'm from Florida, so that shut down for the winter time, and I just never went back to it. But that was fun. And I met a lot of people through there, and it kind of like got the word spread, about what I was doing and stuff and helping people, because I kind of helped everybody that was in my little hiking club. And then I shut the hiking club down because it got cold and started snowing. And then everybody just found me on Facebook, and we do things virtually. So anyways, meetup.com if you're into that thing. And you can add yourself to groups too. Let's see here. Join activities. 5Ks are really great places. Local, meet your people, maybe even set up a vendor tent. Instagram. This is fun. My kid taught me this. Search hashtags. Like, who would have ever thought about that? Search local hashtags. So Loudoun County, whatevers. I just like search Leesburg, Virginia, Northern Virginia, that sort of thing, because that's the area I'm in. And you can start finding people that are like you, or maybe mom of 4, or, whatever it is that pertains to you. Start searching those hashtags and start connecting with people just like you or in your area. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, host events. I am known in my city for hosting live meal planning events. Once a month, I go to the Wegmans. God, I love Wegmans. We don't have those in Florida either. They are incredible. So we go upstairs, and I have 30 to 40 people almost faithfully. We do it virtually as well now. And I teach them 21-day fix. So what is your specialty with your program, right? So do you just sell things, or do you actually teach them? Because I like to pride myself off knowing that I don't sell anything. I suggest what I know will work for them, and then I teach them how to use the tools. So I invite people, and I'll go post in all of my local groups, hosting a meal planning event. Even if you're not on this program, these are incredible things to learn about. And I have them come, pen and paper. If you just want to learn about the program, that's a great opportunity as well. And they meet me at Wegmans, and we sit there and with my containers, and I explain to them, and I break it down, and I tell them about the seasonings, and I tell them about the cheats, because cheats are really important to me. And I teach them the 21-day fix, and I show them the results, and I make them feel comfortable, and I make them make a meal plan and a grocery list right in front of me for the week. And that was huge. That was really huge for me, because I got uncomfortable, and I started inviting in all of the local groups. And I got a lot of people that had bought off Amazon and Craigslist and burnt the DVD from Sister What's-Her-Face, and like a lot of those people. So start hosting local events, whether it be meal planning, meal prepping. I do a lot of that with freezer meals and stuff like that. And post them in your local groups. You don't have to say, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach and I'm having a free group. Me, I go take a freaking selfie with my crock pot, and I'm like all up in the group. Where's all my busy mamas at? I know y'all need some crock pots for 7 days, crock pot meals for 7 days. It's freaking soccer season. And if you're as tired as I am, you need this in your life. Join me. Drop your name below. I'll add you to the group. And we crock pot it out. And at that time, in that local group, they see me on my personal page, because they're stalking the crap out of you guys, kicking it. I mean, like every single day, I'm sweaty picture and just killed my workout, and transformation Tuesday and workout Wednesday and throwback Thursday to that old Jennifer that used to smoke for 20 years and could barely walk up a flight of stairs. And they see it. They see that action. So it's not in vain. And the more you are a product of the product on your personal page, all of those local pages and local people that you're adding, they'll see you, and they'll love that about you. So get to know your neighbors, guys. Go introduce yourself. I just moved into my new home, and I tell you, there's not a neighbor around here that does not know me. And the old place that I lived at for 4 years, from the time we hit the ground here from Florida, I knew 2 of 16 neighbors. So since we've moved here, I've met all 10 people around me. I've invited them to my home. I'm excited to have them, and they will be working out with me on my gigantic whiteboard from the projector screen in the freaking alley this summer. So be friendly. Potlucks, shake and shares, whatever it is, invite your neighbors, invite total strangers. Be that person that reaches out to total strangers, because there are people just like you. The old you, maybe you're great and you're on a roll right now, but there is the old you out there dying to be a part of something bigger that like you are right now. So get involved in your community. Post tons of pictures of all of these awesome Super Saturdays, and you better be going to Super Saturdays, man. They're like the mini summits. All these pictures of just the community and the team culture that you are creating, or that you are a part of. And maybe you're just a party of one right now, but post pictures of you, celebrating with people around you, and building that community, and they will watch you grow. And just know that your vibe attracts your tribe. So that's it. That's all I got. Bam.
That's all you got? What? She just loaded y'all down with a ton of ideas. I'm like, oh, hold on. I need to do that. Wait a minute. Wait, what?
I answered questions or whatever. I know I went fast. I didn't know.
No, that was great. It's funny because my whole business started in Montclair, and there's Montclair moms on this call right now. But like, that was the beginning of my business, and it grew, and it started with referrals and moms that were interested in doing a challenge with me back when Insanity was what I was doing and promoting. And I love what you said about networking, like everywhere you go, because my husband, I'm sure he gets annoyed, but I'm like the queen of that. Like, we just bought a Jeep yesterday, and I'm at the dealership. Not only am I thinking, okay, I need to make sure that I'm really friendly, getting to know, ask lots of questions, because if anything pops up where they're like, well, we don't know if we want to give you that much money for the van, if he likes me, then he's going to help me get forward in what I want, right?
Right.
So that's what I was doing. I was like, oh, what does your wife do? When are you getting married? How many kids do you want to have? Oh, your brother has 4 kids. Do they have a minivan? Like, we were just talking about all kinds of stuff. And I wasn't talking about myself. I was asking him questions. And y'all, people love to talk about themselves. So,
oh my God, yes.
And when they talk about themselves, they feel like, and when you're asking questions, they feel like, and it should be genuine, that you care, and then they start liking you a lot more. So not only did I want him to be like in my corner for getting the price we wanted for the Jeep. But I'm like, that is so cool that your wife works for a marketing firm. Oh my gosh. Oh, she doesn't want to like work after having kids. She wants to be able to stay home, and she makes 45,000. That is awesome. Is she on Facebook? Let's connect, because I might need to ask you questions about my Jeep later. So I'm Facebook friends with every dealer that we've talked with over the past 3 days, and their wives. So I do that all the time, and I love that Jennifer said that. Another thing that Jennifer said that I just got off a call with Sarah Grimm on is, she was like, how do I expand my network? And I'm like, girl, you are getting married. Go to those wedding photographers pages. Who said this? Was it Lindsay? I think it was Lindsay. She went to wedding photographer pages because that's what she had done. She had gotten these gorgeous wedding photos, right? And went to their photography pages. And guess who she found? Brittany Leggett. Rock star coach, right? 15-star diamond. So you can go into pages that relate to you. So for Sarah, she's the bride-to-be. She's getting ready to get married. It makes sense for her to go on photographer pages and say, girl, that dress is stunning. Where did you buy it? Oh my gosh, those flowers are gorgeous. What kind of flowers are those? Those kind of things that create, not only is it somebody that Sarah can relate to because she's about to get married, so it's a genuine conversation, but it is creating a network of people that you would have never have met otherwise. I think we had a guest speaker once that had mentioned she would go on Babies R Us and just start up all these conversations with these moms that would like, and she wasn't even a mom, which was sort of weird, but she was from Transform, and she was hitting like Success Club 50 something plus every single month. I'm like, girl, what are you doing? She's like, I make so many friends on Babies R Us. And all these moms who just had their babies, what do they want to do? They want to lose the weight. You know what I mean? So that's another idea. And Jennifer, you hit so many main key points. I hope you guys took notes, and I'll open it up for questions because I know you guys are like, okay, Shanna, stop talking. We hear you talk all the time. Did you guys have any questions? Just unmute your line and you can ask. Somebody's waiting. Who's going to go first?
Quick question about vendors. Have you personally done any vendor events yourself? And if so, how did it go? I have, in my brand new community, we just moved in a couple months ago. They're looking to do a local vendor group here within the neighborhood. And I was considering putting up like my own little Beachbody vendor tent, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I've never done anything vendor-like, and I don't know where to start, actually. So
fun. So I've had like 5 or 6 of my coaches do it. I have not yet, because I personally am, like, I'm still working on the whole introvert thing. But 5 or 6 of my coaches have, and I've helped them set it up because I love like events. That's like, I love events. So have your laptop with something playing, be super, have shake samples, lots of cards, and just have fun with it. That's all I can say. That's what I said to them. I just have fun with it. Like, let your personality shine. And people will be drawn to that because really they're not buying the products, they're buying you. So whatever you're passionate about, they'll hear it in your voice. So that's what you just need to have fun and just be prepared. Lots of not too much signage, but, have fun with it. Have it set up very professional. Be very professional.
I think the conversations that you have with people as they're walking by is going to be key. Like, you have to be a master of creating conversations with people. That is so huge, because for me, when I'm at a vendor fair, I'm like the person who's like, don't make eye contact. Just keep walking forward. I don't want your flyer. Don't hand me your card. Like, that's my personality. So for me, it wouldn't attract me. But what would attract me is like creating a conversation. If I'm genuinely interested in the table and I walk over to take a look at it, like, don't try to hand me stuff or sell me stuff. Just start up a conversation with them. Ask them where they're from. Ask them how many kids they have. Compliment them on their shirt, whatever it is that can help you connect with them. I think that's huge. And then become Facebook friends with
everybody.
What else y'all got? Nikki.
Hey, yeah, I'm like sitting over here like trying to like let everybody else ask questions, and then I could talk to you all night. Loved it. Like, thank you. Like, what an awesome call. I think this is something that like doesn't get talked about a lot, especially like growing a local team. And honestly, I was having this conversation with my husband. I was like, I feel like I don't know anybody except for Jitana. She's my only friend. Like,
That's awesome.
I didn't even know where to start, but it's so cool how you kind of break it down into, it's just such like simple terms, like you just go out and make friends.
Yeah.
I'd love to know the thing that you did that scared you the most, and the thing that you did that you didn't think was going to give you an amazing result and did.
The meal planning in person freaked me out the most, because I did not, we're so comfortable behind the computer. We can like type all day long, but these people were coming to see me, and they were coming to see me speak, and I'm not a public speaker, never have been. And I think that freaked me out the most, but that personal touch blew my business up. People would be like, oh, you need to go to Jennifer. Jennifer will help you meal plan. Meal planning is my thing because that is what everybody gets hung up on. So that is what I had to conquer. Like, even with me, that was it. That was my excuse. Meal planning, I hate it. So once that I faced that demon, oh my God, it's ridiculous. So now I do them like virtually every month. In person, now that the weather's nice again, I go out. Like wintertime, I shut down. Like my whole house shuts down. Nobody sees me for months during the winter. Such a Florida girl. But during nice days, like months like this, I'm like all over it. I go right to Wegmans, meal planning. I don't care. It started out at like 3 to 6 people and ended with like 30 to 40. So it just like grew every single month. It was the most incredible thing.
That's so cool. So how long did you like go into those groups and like interact with people before you started hosting?
My first post, and it was so embarrassing to even say this out loud. My first post, well, it was a free group. Like I would just literally go in there with my crock pot group, which was huge hit. I'm a busy freaking mom. I got time to sit there and cook all these extravagant meals. I'm like, I know nobody else is doing that crap either. And it's like 15,000 people in that group. So I'm like, anybody else busy like me? And I just kept it like real. And I was like this retarded selfie with my crock pot and, free 7-day group, come join me. And I had over 400 people. And it was just ridiculous. And then from there, I made sure on my personal page, I was killing it. And I was inviting on my personal page, not in my group, but I'm on my personal page to my 21-day fix group and my meal planning and all that stuff. And people were just like, more meal planning? Like, what are you up to? And it just really took off from there.
Do you use your like page at all? Or do you have a Facebook like page?
I'm so embarrassed. I haven't posted since like February.
That's all right, girl. You're doing just fine.
Yeah, I haven't posted there since February. It hurts my brain. I'm really not tech savvy at all. I break everything. My husband's an IT tech. Like, I break everything. I don't even know how to use it. Like, really, I just do it on my personal page and try and keep it non-salesy, non-tackiness, and I just go with it. I don't have time for that. People have a lot of success with them, though.
Yeah.
Let me just say that. A lot of the top coaches have great success with their like pages. It's just, I got to figure it out, I guess.
I still have to figure it out, too. Don't feel bad.
Okay, good.
Thanks to my personal page. I post on my like page for content so that when I'm ready to go over there, I could do it. But I'm just not a learner. I hate learning. Like, give me a synopsis and or do it for me. I don't know. So
yeah, right? I'm the same way.
Any other questions? What time is it? I feel like we went quick. Oh, it's 9:40. We got time.
They're so quiet.
No, they're tired.
Oh, gosh. Me too.
Hey, Jennifer, do you host free groups every month?
Every month, faithfully. Every month a free group. Every month a challenge group. Consistency is definitely key.
And do your free groups like correspond to the time of year? So do you kind of like play into a theme, or is it just something that like you're personally passionate about? How do you choose your free groups?
It's all on theme. It's all on like the time of year. Like we have grill groups. It's mostly based on food. I really like food. And that was my weakness. And I know that it hangs a lot of people up. So I try and stick around the whole food. Right now, I have a declutter your home group going on because I just moved and I'm like, God, I hate this mess. So I'm just like involving everybody in my mess. Everybody else has to have messes. So let's just do this as a group, since that's all I have time for is to clean out my freaking house. So like, I just think of like what is going on in my life or time of year that I love. And it's usually food or something around the house that has to do with kids or messing up my house from the kids.
That's going to help you meet a whole another group of people that you have. Like, I'm doing a free event now, and I'm asking people to send me friend requests or people that are commenting on my event and saying day one done, liking and sending them a friend request because they're new random people. Somebody asked a question. Hold on. I want to know how to open up the Facebook I make. I want to know how to open up the Facebook I make. Makes me nauseous. I know what she's talking about. That's Karina. She's a new coach. She is a group fitness instructor and did 21 Day Fix. The girlfriend is like shrinking. It's insane. So she's on her second round of 21 Day Fix, and she just became a coach, but she's like, I gotta be open on social media. Scary.
So scary. So like I had 120 friends. When I started, I like literally had 120 friends, and none of those people joined me. It was all strangers that were willing to take a chance with me. And seriously, what made sense to me, where I went from just being a coach with a team to being a leader with a purpose, really was when I decided to just get uncomfortable. Like, you know what? Those people don't pay your bills. Those people, they're either your friends and they're going to stick by your side, or they're not and they're going to kick rocks. So let them decide, you know, post from your heart. And if they stick by you, cool. If they don't, they were never meant to be. And you just have to come to that realization, I think.
Absolutely. 100% agree. And I don't know how many top leaders and authors have said that success is definitely not found in your comfort zone. It is out there. So you got to get yourself uncomfortable a little bit, or if not a lot. But take baby steps if you have to be able to reach those people. And I started with Beachbody, and I would post terrible posts. They were terrible, and I did drive people away. I go back and like look, those memories.
So embarrassing. Oh my God.
And so I look at the memories, but then I like click to see who liked my who wants to join us, Sandy, and it's like a picture of Shaun T or something. And I look and see who liked it or commented, and then I realize they're not my friend anymore. I'm like, oh goodness, I totally drove them away. I thought they were my friend. But sometimes you just have to fail forward and not stress about it being perfect. Study, get on YouTube, learn, watch other people that you admire or that you can relate to, and see how they do it. And if you need to figure out what is you, and I love, and I tell my team this all the time, and Jennifer even said it, I talked to Jatana 3 years ago.
That's what
I'm writing my post. Yep. And I'm formulating my post. I'm talking to Jatana before Beachbody, because that girl is going to read it and say, oh my gosh, that's me. I can totally relate to that.
Yep.
There's a comment.
She's not just talking. That is so true.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Having the word Beachbody in your vocab, just wondering why not, because I am not Beachbody. I am Jennifer Wooten. I am a Beachbody coach. I represent what Beachbody has to offer, all of their programs, products, incredible things that they have to offer. But it just sounds salesy. It sounds tacky, and I don't want them to feel tacky or icky coming into it. So I explain what I suggest, what programs will work for them, and I leave it there with confidence. Like, bam, here's my business card. Let me know when you're ready. So I cannot wait to help you. And I think that the more confidence you put behind your words, even if you're not confident, fake it until you make it. Being confident, and just bam, you're you. Tell them why you suggest that, not why Beachbody suggests it. I just remove it from I don't even like seeing it. I hate when I go on somebody's page, it's like Beachbody coach. I'm like, oh, no, don't do it.
And that's the other thing, is if you put your position, Team Beachbody Coach, I've stirred away from that a long time ago. And I think I have CEO of whatever,
Right.
or, health and fitness, whatever. Try to come up with something creative that is tailored to you so you can be your own brand and not be an MLM person. You don't want to.
Right. Yeah.
What else? Anybody else? I have a question. Karina, are you on? Can you hear me?
Yes.
So Karina decided to become a challenger and then did 2 rounds and decided to become a coach. What is it about my Facebook page? What drew you? Because sometimes I think when we become coaches, we forget what our challengers are seeing and following and stalking our pages. We forget that is happening even if they're not responding. What is it that made you want to join the 21 Day Fix Challenge group? Is she there? Oh, I can't hear. Okay, she wrote, it was your approach. I don't want to hear. Is your volume not working, Karina? Nope. Okay. What about you, Lori? You're brand new too. You can unmute your line. Do you know how to unmute it? Okay.
Wait, can you hear me?
Oh. All right. Pause, Lori. I can hear Karina. Karina, go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Okay. Yeah. You hear me?
Okay. Well, now we got 2 people at one time.
Okay.
Okay, Lori, pause. Karina, go, and then we'll get Lori in a second. Go ahead.
Okay. It was your approach. You were not salesy. I do not like that. I do not like people who are constantly in my news feed with buy this, or promote this, promote this, promote this. It's annoying. And they get removed from my news feed very quickly.
Brooklyn, I need you to.
Like, it's annoying. I can't deal with it. And so you were not like that. When you approached me, you talked to me from a genuine standpoint. You were being genuine. You wanted to know what my goals were long before you asked me to buy anything or to be a coach or anything. You were just like, hey, girl, I can help you reach your goals, your personal goals. And that was way different because I did have a couple of Beachbody coaches approach me probably right before you did. And let's just say their messages went unanswered in my messenger.
Yep. So don't be that coach, that spammer coach who's just trying to get mass quantity. This is, I think Kim Carver said it. This is not a transaction business. It's a relationship business. So when I was talking to Karina, I genuinely cared. What are Karina's fitness goals? It might not be to be a part of my challenge group. It might be that she wants to be able to run a marathon. And I'll be like, okay, hold on. Let me see how I can figure out how to help her. But what are Karina's fitness goals? What's her nutrition look like? Because a lot of times when people paint that out and write it out, they're like, I'm struggling. What is your biggest obstacle? And whenever you ask those questions in a private message, people will write like 4 paragraphs back. And it can go from like, I just got a divorce, or I had a miscarriage, or I've gained 70 pounds, or I need to lose 10 pounds and I'm not eating any calories, like all kinds of crazy answers. But you got to ask the questions. And if somebody says, what's a challenge group and how much does it cost? I say, hold up. That's great. You're interested. I'm super excited to help you. But first, I want to know, what are your fitness goals? I want to know how your nutrition is. I want you to kind of spell it out for me and tell me what your biggest obstacle is. And that way we can really figure out where and what is best for you. And that's kind of the connection that I have with Karina. Lori, what about you? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That was confusing.
All right, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So, I got linked to your page somehow through, I think, some intertwined thing. And I think the biggest thing to me was it looked really fun. You're a mom of boys, and you're incorporating fitness and healthy eating, and it just looked fun to me. You were truly interested, like you've been saying, you're just really interested in what my goals were, why I was doing it. It didn't seem salesy or pushy at all. And you were just really encouraging. So
good. Now, the add-on, because it's very similar to Karina's story, why did you become a coach? Like, you just became a coach a few days ago.
yeah, I did. I know it sounds silly, but the one word that just keeps coming to my mind is just.
I think it froze. Did it freeze? Lori froze the word that came to her mind. We're missing it. We need the word, Lori. I didn't know if it was just my computer. Are you guys frozen?
Yeah, she's frozen.
She's frozen. Okay,
Yeah.
Lori, when you come back, we want to know the word, because we all want to use that word when we're recruiting coaches. So I will let her, whatever internet speed, catch back up. Do you guys hear what they're saying? Like, and you can probably ask some of your challengers the same questions. The one that decided to join you is they felt like there was a connection between you and them. And that's basically a lot of what Jennifer was saying is you've got to make sure you are being a likable person, that you are smiling, that you are building relationships with people, whether it is on what kind of vacuum to use in your house or what kind of crock pot recipe you're going to use. Make those connections. Don't be the person, like Karina said, that's sending spam messages in inbox. Hi, my name is Jennifer Wooten. I'm starting a Fit by the 4th. Would you like to join? Here's the link. I don't do any of that. I do that on my page. I'll create a great post and a call to action to let people join us if they freely want to. But I cannot stand when I get inbox messages that say, did you know that Roden & Fields is $140 and to join? No, like, don't be that person. I know we have a lot of new coaches on the call, and I made those mistakes in the beginning. So don't, like, kick yourself if you've made that mistake. It's okay. We fail forward, right? Any other questions for Jennifer?
Are there rules for the business cards? Like, certain things you can't do, can't put on the business cards, or do they have a template or what have you? Because I know sometimes because of branding and stuff, there are certain rules.
Jennifer, do you know?
I mean, I think that you can go in the back office and create them. I went on Vistaprint, $9, got 450 cards, has a little Beachbody logo, decide, commit, succeed. I think that I just have my name and it's so basic, it's not even funny. Okay. I don't know if there's rules. I would check with compliance maybe, but I mean, like, there's tons of coaches that put like all of the different logos of all the different programs on their cards. I think it's pretty free as long as you aren't, I don't know, crossing. Nikki, do you know? I don't think there's any. I mean, I'm sure you gotta be careful.
I would just run it by compliance, because I know when people want to make T-shirts and stuff like that, they're like, they run it. And compliance is awesome. Like they're really like the best people ever to work with. So I would just send a draft of it over to them and be like, hey, compliance, just wanted to sanity check, make sure it's okay. That way you're in the clear.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely do that.
All right, Sue, you had a question. What was your question for Jennifer?
Well, I think the thing is I'm really just trying to, I guess, find myself in the virtual world, because I was very impressed with the fact that Jennifer had mentioned that she doesn't really have to go inbox anybody. They pretty much come to her, and I don't get that success rate. I may get one or two. And one thing I've noticed is I've verbatim cut and posted a lot of your stuff, Jatana, just to see if I know it's working for you, but I don't know if it's just because it's not my personality or what people expect from me, but it's not working for me. The weird retarded stuff that I post, I get more likes on. So I'm just trying to figure out, what is it? I guess, obviously Jennifer has something, you have something, but whatever it is, I mean, I can't be you and I can't be Jennifer. So I guess I'm trying to discover that for myself. And, I just really wanted to, I guess I'm going to take a look at Jennifer's page and kind of see what she's doing. And I've also looked at a lot of your stuff, but I don't know what it is. It's just other people's posts just aren't working for me. I don't know how to explain that.
You gotta put you in it. Go ahead, Jan. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say absolutely. You want to be you because it's not going to be real. It's not going to be authentic. And when your friends are reading it, they're going to go, what are you doing, Sue? You know what I mean? Like when I'm posting my silly little fast speed workout with my posts, like that's me. That's my personality. And people are going to attract to me if they like it. So make sure you're sharing posts like your heart, sharing your heart, your vulnerabilities, your failures, your successes, because it's not going to come across as genuine, and people are not going to be drawn to you if they don't feel like it's a genuine thing.
Can I suggest real quick, like when at first people weren't just like jumping at my door, but it was with the consistency and with me being my complete retarded self. And so I would notice that like some of my coaches would copy and paste some of my stuff, and I say y'all a lot. I'm like straight from the South. Mm-hmm. And when somebody from up north would say y'all, like they would have my post, it was just like, no, this isn't even like, what does she even say? What is y'all? Does she not even know English? Like, and that's how they would look at people that weren't in that same whatever. So what I used to do is if you're on a program, if you're about to start a program, or I don't care if you're in the middle of a program, the best way to get your voice heard is let them hear your voice. So make a quick 1-minute video after your workout every single day. I was on max 30. So every single day that I would do max 30, I would get on and make a video, barely being able to breathe, saying, I don't know what in the world, if I can't. I just finished 10 hours of work, 4 jobs, cooked dinner, 4 kids, my house is a mess, but guess what? I stopped for 30 minutes. I maxed out at this time. I don't know what's, in your way, but you need to get out of your own way. And every single day I would have a different message for them. So maybe just letting them hear your voice and your passion behind what you're actually doing. I think straight off a workout, I love looking like nasty, gross, so that when they see me cleaned up, they can appreciate it. But like just maybe letting them see you, just the real raw you, speaking to them, because a lot of people would message me and say, you know what, that's just what I needed to hear. I do have all of those excuses, and speak to other people's excuses. Maybe that'll work. Do it for a consecutive, like your entire program. Say, I'm doing this for my own accountability. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to, but I'm going to make one every single day for the next 30 days.
Love it. Love it. Well, we are going to wrap up because it is almost 10 o'clock. Jennifer, you were amazing. I took notes. I hope the team took notes. If you could, Epic Empire or Girl Strong, go into your team page and write an aha moment or a gold nugget, whatever you want to call it, something that really stood out to you. 1, to encourage our downline coaches to watch the recording, and 2, to maybe something that somebody else might not have picked up. So go in Epic Empire or Girl Strong and write something that you learned tonight that's going to help your business. So love you guys. Thank you, Jennifer. You're amazing.
Thanks for having me.
Happy payday tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye.